In yesterday's class, we have seen the chlorine, its preparation methods, physical properties, and uses of chlorine. But in this class, learn the hydrochloric acid. What? Hydrochloric acid. First of all, see the preparation methods of that hydrochloric acid. First preparation method, or that is only one preparation method of the hydrochloric acid, that is laboratory method. In this method, we have to prepare the hydrochloric acid in a small scale, that is in minor quantity. So it is called as lab method. In laboratory, common salt, that is NaCl, is heated with concentrate sulfuric acid. Whenever the common salt is taken, NaCl, in which concentrate sulfuric acid is added and which is heated, then it gives the HCl. See the reaction, this NaCl heated with concentrate H2SO4, then it gives the hydrochloric acid with sodium bisulfite. This is only one simple preparation method of hydrochloric acid, can ask for the 2 marks. Then see the physical properties of hydrochloric acid. First physical property, it is colorless gas. Hydrochloric acid is gas generally which is obtained in the forms of liquid in laboratory, can taken in beakers or in a glass. Then it seems like to the liquid, but actually it has taken to the gases because it can gives efferences. So it is colorless gas. Second, it has pungent smell. Hydrochloric acid have the pungent smell. It is obtained in gaseous nature, can be converted into liquid. That process is called as liquefying process. Whenever the gas is converted into the liquid, then that is called as liquefying process. So it is easily liquefies to form the liquid. Gaseous hydrochloric acid can convert it into the liquids, so it easily liquefied to the liquids. Whenever it can convert into liquids, at that time it has the boiling point 189 Kelvin temperature is the boiling point of that hydrochloric acid. 189 Kelvin. It freezes to form the crystalline solids. This indicates what? The liquid is converted into the solid. Then crystalline solid is formed. That crystalline solid having the melting point 159 Kelvin temperature in liquid form, and in both crystal forms boiling point and melting point can be understood. Then last point, it is highly soluble in water. When the hydrochloric acid is added in water, then which is highly soluble because it is the strong acid. The HCl is the strong acid having the dissociation constant value 10 raised to the power 7. It ionizes completely in water. So it is the strong acidic in nature, that is highly soluble in water. So all these are the physical properties of that hydrochloric acid depending upon their external appearance. Then see the chemical properties of hydrochloric acid. Next point, that is chemical properties of hydrochloric acid. Which chemical properties are shown by that hydrochloric acid? First of all, see the acidic property of HCl. HCl is acidic in nature, and why? It shows the acidic properties. First, acidic property. HCl is highly soluble in water and ionizes as follows. HCl is highly soluble in water, and ionizes as follows. So this HCl is taken in gaseous forms, dissolved in water, that is liquid. HCl is dissolved in water to form the hydronium ion H3O plus Cl minus ions. Whenever it dissociates completely or breaks up completely, to give the dissociation constant, that value is Kb is equal to 10 raised to the power 7. The value of Ka, dissociation constant of that acid, is equal to 10 raised to the power 7. It is high value, it is very high value of dissociation constant hence HCl is strong acidic in nature, This is very simple property. When any person can ask the question, shows the acidic property of HCl, then you may take the HCl, can dissolve in water, it dissociate completely to give the ions, that is hydronium and hydrochloric ions. Then we shows its strong acidity. So acidic in nature is the first chemical property. Then second chemical property, that is reaction with ammonia, that is NH3. How to form the reaction of hydrochloric acid with ammonia? Whenever this hydrochloric acid HCl can react with ammonia, then it gives the NH4Cl, ammonium chlorides. When hydrochloric acid can react with ammonia, then it gives white fumes of ammonium chloride. This is the second chemical property, that is reaction of ammonia with hydrochloric acid. Then see the third chemical property of hydrochloric acid, that is reaction with noble metals. Reaction with noble metals. Reaction with noble metals. Which are the noble metals? That is gold and platinum. Noble metals means what? Those metals which cannot be affected by air and waters and can obtained in free state in airs, does not having any reactions of waters and airs, called as precious metals or noble metals. So what is the reaction of noble metals with that hydrochloric acid? For that purpose, firstly we can prepare the mixture. For preparing mixture, we have to require the 3 parts of hydrochloric acid and 1 part of nitric acid. See here, when 3 parts of concentrate hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, and 1 part of concentrate HNO3 nitric acid mixed to form solution called as aqua regia. See again, what is aqua regia? The mixture of hydrochloric acid and nitric acid. But there is exact proportion is 3 part of hydrochloric acid and 1 part of nitric acid can mix with each other, then form the mixture. That mixture is called as aqua regia, and that aqua regia is used to dissolve noble metals. Noble metals like gold, noble metal like gold or platinum can dissolve in aqua regia. We know that the precious metals, maybe gold or platinum, does not having any actions of acids or bases, but whenever we can mix the two different acids, that is hydrochloric acid and nitric acid, with given proportion, that is 3:1, then gives the solution that is called as aqua regia, and which is used to dissolve the precious metals, that will be gold or platinums. Suppose, for example, this Au gold, whenever this gold is dissolved in aqua regia, gold is dissolved in mixture of aqua regia, then that gold is completely dissolved to form the AuCl4 tetrachloroaurate and NO plus 2H2O. What? This is gold. When this gold is mixed in this mixture of aqua regia to form the tetrachloroaurate. Likewise, that we also dissolve the platinum in that aqua regia mixture, can dissolve completely. So these are the chemical properties of hydrochloric acid. Here hydrochloric acid is completely over. First of all, we have to see the preparation method, that is single preparation method of hydrochloric acid, lab method, then the physical properties, and lastly the chemical properties of hydrochloric acid. After that, see the last point of G17 elements, that is halogens. Last point of halogens, that is interhalogen compounds. Interhalogen compounds. Generally, we know that compounds means what? When two or more elements or substances can mix with each other to form the compounds. There are mainly intrahalogens and intrahalogens. Intrahalogens means what? The same halogens can comes together, that is called as intrahalogens. But interhalogens means what? Whenever two different halogens can mix with each other and forms the compounds are called as interhalogen compounds. What? Two or more halogen atoms, two or more halogen atoms, two or more halogen atoms with different electronegativity values, with different electronegativity values are combines with each other to form neutral molecules, called as interhalogen compounds. See again, what about the interhalogen compounds? Two or more halogen atoms with different electronegativity values combines to form neutral molecules are called as interhalogen compounds. Generally, that interhalogen compounds it is denoted by XX-N, XX-N, where X is one halogen and X dash is the another halogen having the different electronegativity values, and this small n can indicate number of halogen atoms can linked with this basic or parent halogen atoms. So this is a general formula of interhalogen compounds, or it is denoted by XX dash. It is also called as general formula of interhalogen compounds, where in that compounds X and X dash, this X is the parent halogen atoms. X is the parent halogen atom. It has the larger size, larger in size, that is bigger size halogen, while the attached another halogen is smaller in size, smaller size. The parent halogen which having the larger size is electropositive in nature, while the smaller another halogen atom is attached, that is electronegative halogen atoms. This is what the electronegativity is different can be occurs in that compounds. One is the larger and second one is the smaller. Larger having the electropositive in nature and smaller having the electronegative in natures. For example of that interhalogen compounds, ClF. First, ClF, chlorine fluoride. How to pronounce it? Chlorine fluoride. Chlorine is the parent having the bigger size or larger size, electropositive in nature as compared to the fluorine. And fluorine is the more electronegative, that is smaller in size. So this compound is called as chlorine fluoride. Does not write the fluorine chlorides. That is chlorine fluorides. ClF. Another example, BrF3 is the another interhalogen compound. In this interhalogen compound, this bromine is the parent and fluorine is substituent which is attached to that bromines. So name of that compound is bromine fluoride, bromine trifluoride, bromine trifluoride. So these are the interhalogen compounds. Then see the classification of interhalogen compounds. Classification of interhalogen compounds. Generally, interhalogen compounds are classified into 4 types. It classified into 4 types. 4 types of compounds of interhalogen can be occurs, which are that types and their examples. First type, that is XX dash, both having the similar proportion, XX dash. Second one is the XX dash 3. Third one is the XX dash 5, and last one is the XX dash 7. All these interhalogen compounds are made up depending upon the oxidation state of parent halogen atoms. In this compound, this parent oxygen halogen atom can link with another halogens. At that time its oxidation state is -1. Here the parent halogen can shows the +3, +5 and +7. Depending upon that, it gives the 4 types. First is the XX dash, XX dash 3, X dash 5 and X dash 7. For example of XX dash is the ClF, chlorine fluoride. First example. Another is the bromine fluoride, one bromine and one fluoride. Then bromine chloride, one bromine and one chloride, or ICl, iodine chlorides, both having the same ratio. Then ClF3 is the example of XX-3. Then BrF3, bromine trifluoride. IF3, iodine trifluoride. Next compound, that is XX-5. Example is ClF5, chlorine pentafluoride, one chlorine and 5 fluorines. Then bromine pentafluoride, one bromine and 5 fluorides. IF5, that is iodine pentafluoride. And last compound XX-7 can shows the IF7, iodine hexafluorides. So all these are the types of interhalogen compounds depending upon their variable oxidation